extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A first down carry for Henry. Room here to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, watch the slant. Slant.
They'll try the right side with Henry. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Third and long here for Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And they will not be able to hook up up there. It's incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check it backer, check it backer. No. Protein spill.
On play action, Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 81 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
A play fake to Balazs. Now Rosen. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balazs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Allen off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Kill. Check 13. We go.
A shotgun handoff to Henry.
Go.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man open, it's Wims. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And
that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike, ready. Strong left, strong left, strong left.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The linebacker Miles Jack able to knock that one away. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Bravo! Mike's 43! Mike's 43!
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Toss play to Balaj. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Again, it's Balaj. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup coach.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Belly, belly. Mike, 43. Mike.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
With the score
43.
17. Dolphins 7.
Topper!
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen, he completes it to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check 24, check 52. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 43 is the mic, boy, 43. Check, 43.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
80 weapons. Hey, tight.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And caught by Henry. Breaks through the contact. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Allen now on the sneak. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Allen. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now the line. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Allen. Looking deep downfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Monday. Mike 50. Watch the run.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Here's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now it's Rosen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
So they looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Watch the run.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Check 52.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rosen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. The open man is Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for the Jags, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.